Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Viking Dome here on a beautiful Thursday, October 19th night, where we have a great rivalry matchup for you between the Hazlitt Vikings and the DeWitt Panthers. I'm Ryan Hunt.
And I'm Danny Gallagher.
Danny, why don't you tell us a little bit about this Hazlitt-DeWitt rivalry that's really made progress throughout the years?
Actually, I think we're going to cut to the national anthem real quick.
We'll do that,
so
and then we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after the national anthem.
Well, welcome back. That was a beautiful national anthem, again
Great
sung
job.
by our famous tape recorder here at the Viking Dome. And Danny, why don't you tell us a little bit about this rivalry matchup that has really progressed throughout the years between Hazlitt and DeWitt?
Well, I guess people say that the rivalry comes naturally to both communities because the communities are so alike. Both teams very competitive in every sport, like even chess club. I mean, if it's DeWitt, you're going at it hard.
I heard Quiz Bowl and Hazlitt and DeWitt have gotten into actually a couple arguments over some correct and incorrect answers there.
Yeah, it's actually known in the Lansing area as one of the best rivalries between schools, and especially in some of the big time sports,
such as football,
basketball, and football.
Yeah.
Also, in recent history, I mean, you got DeWitt football teams, Hazlitt football teams. I mean, almost every other year, someone's at the state championship in football. So I mean, it's really competitive. School is trying to outdo the others in whatever sport they can. Pretty much your typical bragging rights thing. So,
well, even though it might not be the state championship tonight, it's still a big league game for both teams. Who do you look for to be the top contributor for the Vikings?
For Hazlitt, obviously you have Joni Miller, number 5, as the junior returning starter. She is pretty much the Vikings. Their offense is run through Joni Miller for the most part. She's a threat outside, and she's one of your rare guards that can post up and can do some damage on the inside too. So for the Vikings, Joni Miller offensively, and our starting lineups are Susie Manuel, Rebecca Rogers, Joni Miller, Cassie Kopke, and who's the other one? Ebony Young.
Ebony should be a big presence down low tonight. I mean, she played a couple intramural basketball games with us last year during the winter time when the girls' basketball season's all over, and she gets physical. She knocked me down actually once, and it was a pretty physical game we had down there. But I think that Ebony she'll be a dominating force down low tonight, and I think that she'll be pushing around these Panthers a little bit.
Yeah, Ebony definitely brings a physical hustle aspect to the game. And, I mean, as you can see, this lineup for the Vikings, though, is pretty short. DeWitt bringing Samantha Fortis to the table, the 5'10 junior. And she's bigger than most of your Vikings, and she'll be having a contribution down low for the Panthers, too.
Should be a troublemaker down there for Ebony tonight.
Yeah. Keys to tonight's game, I think, for both teams is offensive rebounds. I mean, I know the Vikings have struggled a lot this year with keeping other teams off the boards defensively, and it really leads to some second chance opportunities, and they've been struggling with that this year. So that'll play a big role for the Vikings tonight. And I'm not too sure about the Panthers. I didn't go to the first game, but I'm sure Hazlitt lost. Pretty sure they lost, yeah.
Hopefully they can get some redemption tonight after after losing the first game to the Panthers in this league matchup. And
yeah, they'll definitely be coming out tonight with some emotion and looking to take it to DeWitt. So taking the tip is Ebony and Kristen Eibel for the Panthers. Rogers is junior point guard for the Vikings. Steal right from the start from Brianna Kellogg. And the layup from Anna Walls just off the mark. So not what you're looking for the Vikings right off the bat. No turnovers, but
that was a great defensive play, though, by Kellogg over on the wing over there, as you just saw.
Fighting for the ball. She looks like a pretty big girl. I think she'll bring a physical presence to balance out Ebony's tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully we'll keep watching for that matchup to evolve as the game progresses.
Definitely.
Foul. Our first foul of the night is on
Susie
Manuel. That'll be her first, and it's first team, of course.
Susie doesn't usually start for the Vikings. This is one of her first. Excuse me. One of the first games she started this year.
Be out of bounds. I believe Ebony tipped that out for the Vikings. DeWitt running. They're slow. They seem to wait for things to progress. And here we have a shot by number 44, Brianna Kellogg, and it just misses. Ebony with a fierce rebound.
She's a fighter for sure, and just can't bring that one down. And she's gonna get pushed. They're gonna call her for the travel. I'm not too sure about that.
Could have been called a foul, I believe. There's some pushing and shoving going along down in the key.
Great job by Ebony on both of those rebounds, but the point guards got to do a better job of opening up for Ebony as soon as she gets that rebound.
As you just saw, Anna Walsh tried to handle a high pass brought in from Carly Palmer, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball, and Joni Miller will be right over by us, and she'll inbound it to Kopke.
Kopke guarded tight by Eibel, one of the area's top players this year in girls basketball. Rogers drives, has that one blocked.
Anna Waltz is really doing a good job tonight on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. She'll actually take one in there and
great
just misses
drive. Can't finish. Kopke's running. Finds Susie, who takes it right to the rack. Can't finish, but Ebony, 3 rebounds in the first 2 minutes. Great job by her. She's that's what you get from Ebony Young. She's just gonna fight on every play.
I have a feeling she might be the difference maker tonight down low for the Vikings.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be a key factor, whether they can stop the inside presence.
Kellogg's gonna get caught with their bags traveling down there, and it'll be Viking ball.
Ebony inbounds to Rogers. DeWitt bringing a little full court pressure. Not really a trap. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I think it is. They're going to call travel. Lefts are letting them play pretty physical. I don't know if I like that.
There's been some shoving going on, but there's no blood, no foul as they play in street ball. I guess that's the rules for tonight.
I guess.
Hasn't not really pressuring until they get about a little bit after half court. Looks like they're playing a man-to-man defense right now. Kellogg will be up top. Just swing it around over to Eibel.
Eibel is the only senior that starts for the Panthers.
That's surprising because usually in basketball you need people with like experience, but
look at the Vikings. They got 5 juniors.
I mean, as you look down the roster, though, for the Panthers, they only have 3 seniors on the team. I mean, they have a couple sophomores, and they're mostly their junior-oriented team, which could play into their hands next year when all those girls are seniors.
But you lose a lot of leadership from Eibel as one of the top players in the area.
Right. Number 32, Samantha Fortis, will miss her first free throw attempt. Vikings still remain with the lead 2-0 with just under 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Low-scoring game. Usually takes a little bit to get going in these games. You know, you gotta your scorers got to get their shots going and all that kind of stuff. So
you have to get comfortable with the other team and their defense.
Get a feel for the game for sure.
Right.
Manuel on the wing finds Kopke. Coach Beebe for the Vikings yelling patient from the bench. Joni takes it baseline.
That was a great move down there by Joni Miller just to put it up and slide it in for 2 and extend the Vikings lead to 3.
Eibel with a little behind the back action going. Susie D'ing up tight on Eibel.
Ebony almost came down with the 4th rebound of the night in only the first quarter.
Kopke's running, leaving DeWitt players in the dust. Susie gets caught in the corner. Brianna Kellogg is a hard worker on defense. She's going to be a tough matchup for the Vikings tonight. Ebony with the turnaround J. Can't get it, and Joni's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Vikings really doing a great job distributing the ball evenly throughout the whole team. I mean, nobody's really forcing any shots right now. They're just looking for the open girl down low or up top, and that'll get you some fouls down low and put you at the free throw line like they are right now. Joni Miller makes the first basket.
She's money from the line.
Not only from the line, but beyond the arc. She's
money on the basketball court in general.
She really brings in the three-pointer and the free throw right there again. 6-1 Vikings as Joni Miller knocks down both of her
an early lead. I like it.
Good play by the Vikings. I mean, their defense is really stepping up too. Eibel hasn't scored yet. She's had a couple drives, but she's been stopped.
Great job by Manuel shutting her down. Ebony with the steal. She's running. And Kellogg tries to set up for the charge. Can't pull it. And we're going to have 2 shots from Ebony coming at you.
Both teams now have 2 fouls each. Let's see how Ebony can do from the line.
First shot, a little long. Not as much arc as you might like to see on your, say, perfect free throw.
We like to call her Baby Shaq sometimes. She's like a Shaq down low for girls basketball.
Big Al?
No, Ebony.
Oh.
I guess you could say Big Al's more of a, who do I want to say? Yao Ming.
Yao Ming type
Yao
player.
Ming, yeah.
Big Al as in Allison Waldron. That is the senior, I believe she's a captain, who just checked into the game for the Vikings.
She stands tall, too. She stands at 6 feet. It's pretty tall.
For a girl, definitely.
Working hard down low.
DeWitt bringing in a bunch of subs on that free throw trip. Miller with the steal on Eibel. Great job. Kopke running. Panthers look a little flat. That's a travel, double dribble, something of the sort.
I think the problem right now for the Panthers and the reason why they're down by 5 so early and with only 1 point, I think Eibel is trying to force too many shots. And as you can see on the last one, she drove into the lane. She tried to force a bad pass, and I think she just needs to calm down and let the game come to her.
Trust her teammates a little bit more. I think she's trying to force herself into the playmaker role as opposed to just letting it come to her.
Right.
So
Tiffany Farragut playing tough defense.
As you can see, she's got some handles though. Oh, here's the deep triple.
Gets her own rebound too.
Off the mark.
Great hustle by Palmer to get her own rebound.
Kopke finds Farragut. Farragut's going to go right at Eibel. Great job drawing the contact. Couldn't get the call though. And DeWitt's heading the other way. Pull up J from Sanders.
That's a nice shot. Gives the Panthers their first bucket of the night that's not a free throw.
Taylor Sanders is a sophomore on varsity. So this is a really young DeWitt team. Great steal there. Palmer. She's going to take that all the way. Just like that.
Panthers are looking like they want to play basketball here now.
Stepping up. BB wants a timeout for the Vikings. I think he's a little heated about that pass from Kopke. She didn't have much options, though, right there.
I mean,
great pressure.
She was looking for an open pass, and she kind of looked like Eibel a little early, but now Eibel's kind of slowing down. DeWitt, she's got now on a 4-0 run, cutting the lead down to 1, 6-5 now in the Vikings' favor still. But right now, though, I think Ebony Young is really stepping up on the boards tonight. She's the Windex girl.
For sure.
Tonight.
She's got that spray bottle going. Roll of paper towel. She's all over the place.
Hopefully she can keep on cleaning that glass. Speaking of, I need to clean some glass in my house. My bathroom window.
Window's a little foggy.
A little foggy. I need to. Maybe I should have Ebony come over and clean it just like she's cleaning the boards tonight.
Ebony, please bring your Windex. Rogers gets the quick inbound. Vikings slowing it down a little. Ebony finds Farragon. Gotta get it across. Good job.
Way to break the press
That's
there by the
Farragon.
Vikings.
I've also noticed in some of the Vikings' previous games this year, they struggle a lot with the full court press.
They don't really have like a Kopke. She can handle the ball. She can pass up. I don't think they have like a real good ball handler. Like I can see Ivo. She's a pretty good ball handler from what I see right now. But I don't think they have anyone that can really break a press by themselves.
I mean, you see flashes of it from certain players, but it takes a lot of composure to break the press.
Yeah.
And great floor vision and all that good stuff. And with such a young Vikings team, all the guards are juniors.
Right. Open down low, Waldron.
Farragon can't get it to her. Good decision by Farragon to not force that pass.
Joni just dribbled it off her foot, as you can see right there. Now the Vikings are down 7-6, kind of on the flip side of things, and in comes number 3, Alicia Foran, the freshman.
Alicia Foran, I like the way she plays. She is a very smart, controlled player for the Vikings.
She gets the job done.
Usually she starts, actually, but great steal by Ebony. And Joni's going to step back and grab it. Rogers ripping through. Three-pointer look for Foran. She decides not to put it up, though. Rogers driving. Great dish to Ebony. Can't finish. Al drops it. Ebony ended up with 2 rebounds right there. That's just what happens. I mean, she just wants it.
She's a physical player.
Great dish by Eibel. And Foran's going to bring it down. Finds Rogers. DeWitt still bringing the press. Rogers finds Joni.
Ebony working hard down low.
They're looking into Ebony. I think they like the mismatch she's bringing.
She's a little taller, and she seems a little more physical.
Looking for the high-low game with Al and Young in the post. Miller driving. She's going to get pushed. And we're going to have a foul on the Panthers.
Good call by the referees right there. And checking in now for the game is Sammy Emanuel and Cassie Kopke coming in for Joni Miller and Ebony Young. And I believe Fortis and checked back into the game, along with number 24, Aaron Winkler for the Panthers.
And Brianna Kellogg.
Brianna Kellogg checked back into the game.
They brought their whole starting lineup back in. Their coach goes with the traditional hockey change them up, Mighty Ducks lineup change as opposed to 1 or 2 players at a time.
We've seen that from a couple. Who did that? Somebody did that for boys basketball last year. Was it Portland?
I think it was Portland.
I think it was Portland. They'd bring in the lines.
Coach just puts 5 guys at half court.
You know who I have been impressed with this year for girls basketball is Rebecca Rogers. I mean, she's really been playing hard this whole season.
Brings a lot of heart. Just a little inexperienced early in the season and struggled with the playing time and you know, understanding her role on the team. But I think she's definitely matured a lot throughout the year. We're getting later in the season, and players like Rogers are stepping up.
She's really earned her spot on this varsity squad.
Yeah, definitely.
Ball will go
off DeWitt.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Ryan.
No, it's fine.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No big.
We're going to have Vikings ball going the other way.
DeWitt still sticking with their press. Looks like a 3-1-1.
You know, I don't know. I like the press against the Vikings. Like, they really do struggle with it, and I think from watching the games, obviously, that Division 22 tapes for you guys at home, they don't have a true point guard, as we were talking about earlier, someone that can just take the ball and clear the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the good thing for players that are young still, like Alicia Foran, is that she'll be able to learn from this experience in varsity she's had as a freshman. She's really adjusted to the speed of the game very well.
Sammy with the shot off the mark. Foul on Rogers with 2.7 seconds left in the quarter.
DeWitt still has a 7-6 lead. Vikings they'll come up a little bit for the press, and checking back in is Susie Manuel, and she'll come in for Cassie Kopke. But it looks like Vikings might bring a couple players up to pressure number 34, Rachel Crowley.
Well, it's just so they don't get an easy look at the hoop on this
right, just like
shot
that.
At the end of the half. Great job, Sammy. That's a foul. They're going to call the foul on DeWitt, but there's not going to be shots or anything. That's just an on-the-floor foul right before the clock.
Great hustle by Sammy to not let the Panthers get the ball in right there and maybe throw up
Definitely.
a half-court shot. Maybe go in,
Prevented
maybe
a
not.
game-changing moment or something like that.
Pontiac.
Pontiac.
Vote, text Pontiac and vote for the game-changing performance you see tonight.
I really don't know if you should text Pontiac, though.
They might get a little angry and they'll be a little confused.
Yeah.
At the end of the first quarter, score is DeWitt Panthers 7, Hazlet Vikings 6.
Vikings getting out to their early 5-point lead, but Eibel starts slowing things down a little bit for the Panthers, starts controlling the game a little more. And as you can see, we're going to have a your classic CAAC Division III, DeWitt Hazlet rivalry game tonight.
I think it'll just keep going back and forth like it has this whole first quarter. I think that Hazlet will go on a little run of their own, and then DeWitt will fire right back, and they'll answer with another run of their own. And
It's a game of runs.
It'll keep going back and forth for both teams, I believe.
Here you got a shot of our. This is a program request form for those of you at home who might want to watch this evening's game or anything you see on our channel. Anything at all, we can send you a copy of it for a small fee, $10. And just check out the Viking Vision website. You can find it on the Hazlet website. And fill out a form, and we'll send you whatever you want to see.
It's not a bad little deal. I mean,
not at all.
Couple bucks, get a good tape of tonight's action or any action that you would like. Choir concerts. It's not just athletic events either. It could be anything.
Definitely. So to start the second quarter, the Panthers will inbound, going to our right again.
Kella kind of goes into the lane a little wild and loses the ball, but went off of Viking, and checking into the game now will be Susie Manuel coming in for Rogers. Rogers will take a breather.
The Manuel sisters getting progressively more playing time throughout this season. At the beginning of the year, they didn't see as much floor time as they might have liked to, but they've really been getting it done in practice. And as you can see, they're Susie starting tonight, and Sammy one of the first subs off the bench.
That's it. They're a good example of if you hustle, good things will happen to you.
Great job, Rakowitz.
Stealing the ball from Fortis.
Sammy. And Kopke is going to find Susie. Finds her sister. Finds her sister again. It's a sister thing. Kopke is going to get a hold of it up top. That was a little quarterback action for you. Pointing where to go. I like it.
She's doing the playmaker controls.
That's what the point guard's for.
Miller airballs a 3, and DeWitt will rebound.
Eibel's running. She sees the floor really well. I like that about her. Throws up a tough shot. Brianna gets tied up, and we're going to have a jump ball. Our fluorescent orange possession arrow points the Vikings' direction. So we're going to have Hazlet ball.
That's got to be one of the coolest features we have in this gym.
For sure. It'd be awesome if we could get a shot of that for you guys at home. It's nice camera, nice arrow.
Arrow.
Golly.
Coming into the lineup for the Panthers is 42 Sarah Kleiman and Anna Waltz, number 40, checking back into the game.
Great job, Kopke, breaking that press, keeping her head down, just pushing it up the floor.
There's a little flash of light, as we were talking about earlier, of a Viking player who can break the press every now and then by herself.
It's a consistency issue, though, as it has been all year with these Vikings in almost every aspect of their game. They're just they're pretty inconsistent, except Joni Miller, who scored right there. She can bring you 25 points on any given night. That's a carry. Can't do that.
Great call by the referee. Eibel just trying to work it into a little bit down there, and just couldn't find anything. Picked up her dribble a little too much, and the refs caught her. Caught her carry.
Ebony Young checks in for the Vikings. And
Windex girl.
She's going to inbound it to Kopke. Steps back to get it. Kopke seems pretty fearless tonight going against Eibel, one of the area's top players. She's just going right at her. I like it. It's a good attitude.
She's not intimidated whatsoever.
Rakowitz Forces the tough pass. It was there, but that's such a hard pass. I mean, that's a tough pass to throw, catch.
Especially, yeah, you're throwing over the shoulder into the key where defenders could easily pick it off or it could easily go over your own player's head and roll out of bounds.
It's tough. It's a tough play, but when it works, it's an obvious advantage to the offensive player because you got your defender on the back and you're right under the hoop. Miller with the one-handed snag. I like it.
Nice steal by Kopke down in the key again. She's doing a great job tonight, all over the place for the Vikings.
Susie is going to just look around for the Vikings. Kopke finds Rakowitz. Rakowitz can't get it to Young. And the Vikings just taking their time.
They have a 1-point lead. They're trying to set something up.
Great hustle from both Kopke and Anna Walls for the Panthers, number 40.
I think Susie knocked it off of Anna as the ball was rolling out of bounds.
Yeah. But either way, it's Hazlitt ball, so that's good.
We'll take that.
All day. Kopke to Miller in the corner. Looking to make the play. Great job. Gets fouled. And she's going to head to the line for 2 shots.
She drained her first 2 that she had an attempt at.
2 for 2 on the night.
2 for 3 now.
We jinxed her. I'm sorry, Joni. I apologize for mentioning that stat.
Checking in for the Panthers is number 20, Chelsea Sperry, number 34, Rachel Crowley, and number 42, Sarah Kleiman.
Miller's second shot.
Swish.
Money in the bank.
At 0-point total for the night. Now shooting 75% from the charity stripe.
Eibel heads to the bench for the Panthers.
You have to give her a breather every once in a while.
And that's what you lose when you take out your leader.
Ill-advised pass, number 34, Rachel Crowley. The Vikings will have the ball on their end of the court with a 9-7 lead. A little over 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. We've seen some great action so far.
I like it. Low-scoring quarter so far. Whoa.
Defensive battle, really. That was a nice steal by Waltz.
She's quick, very fast.
They're going to have a double dribble call.
That's all right. I like the hustle on D.
It was a great hustle by all the Panthers that time, especially Waltz. I mean, she kind of punched the ball out there from under.
That steal from behind.
Come on, get through it, Anna. Get through it.
Excuse me. That steal from behind is it's exciting. It's hard to do. Joni Miller, she's dangerous.
Got it, too.
Very, very dangerous.
Extending the lead 11-7 for the Vikings.
She's like a James Bond agent. 00. 005. She's lethal. Great shot from
Kleiman.
Miller says no.
She didn't even jump for that ball, and she said no.
I'm telling you. She's a very smart basketball player. She puts herself in a position to make plays.
Stolen away by
Great
Rogers.
steal by Rogers, and like 6 people just fell. Wow,
One of them, Rogers, who lost the ball, and then it'll now be Panthers. Ball and checking into the game now will be Allison Waldron.
Coach Beebe's seen enough of those offensive rebounds.
Farragut will also check in. Coming out for the Vikings is Rakowitz, and I don't exactly know who Farragut's coming in for Joni. Joni will take a breather after her free throw and a 2-point. She has 3 points this quarter for the Vikings as they are now leading 11-7.
It's a game of runs, Ryan.
As we were talking about at the end of the first quarter. Eibel back into the game for the Panthers.
She's going to be the X factor for the Panthers tonight.
3 ball.
That's short. Ebony waits for it to miss the rim. Got caught directly under the hoop. That's one thing coaches absolutely hate. Great job, Rogers, checking to it.
Kleiman did have a nice rebound down there for the Panthers to put it back up for 2.
Farragut. Waldron up top. Once again, the Vikings just not forcing anything. Great job, Kopke, getting to the open space. Al Wall with the tough rebound.
They're going to call her for traveling. I think she had both feet down that whole time.
I think when she pivoted
she might
on her turnaround jumper, she might have moved that foot that you're not allowed to move.
Apparently the ref saw that one.
I didn't, but I wasn't watching her feet. Good job, Kopke. That's off DeWitt. And the lead is 2 with 3 minutes left before the half.
Brianna Kellogg coming back into the game for the Panthers. Hopefully she can guard Young and Waldron down low. As number 20, Chelsea Sperry, she's on Waldron right now. It's a little bit of a mismatch down low.
Rogers
Loses the ball.
gets it poked away from behind. Kellogg stuck on the floor. Jump ball.
And the fluorescent orange light is again pointing in Viking favor. But
I don't think they changed it.
I don't think they changed it either.
That's fine with me, though. I
Well,
won't tell anyone.
I'm not going to argue with it.
For sure.
Joni Miller checking back into the game for Cassie Kopke. Kopke will go get a drink of water and hopefully check back into the game for the Vikings.
Ebony, or Ebo.
She has many
Good
things.
bounce.
Stolen by Abel.
Who's just going to throw it out in front. Miller
Kind of slapped at it.
can't get her around on the block.
Kellogg with the rebound and the putback and ties the game up at 11-all with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Pretty inexcusable when you get beat down the floor defensively by 2 people.
I mean, the only person back there was Miller, and that was it.
Miller to Farragon to Rogers, whose shot is off the mark.
Eibel running, looking for Kellogg.
Finds Kellogg. Great dish. And the Panthers take the lead.
Again, they were down 11-7. They go on a 6-0 run, just like
a
we've been
game of
talking about
runs.
all night. Great dish.
Especially in girls basketball where emotion plays a little bit more of a role. I mean, you make a mistake and it just
Kind of takes its
Snowballs.
toll. It snowballs. It's snowball effect. Yeah, there we go.
and just takes off on you.
That's one thing that the Vikings nor the Panthers can let them happen. I mean, you can't really let a 6-point run like this get to you that much. You're still in the game. You're only down by 2, and we're gonna have a replay coming up for you right here. I believe here it is of the last pass.
Great dish from Eibel. Look at that form.
That was
She
a-
heaved it.
And then Kellogg gets the ball, and she just dishes it down to Taylor Sanders, who puts it in for easy 2. Beautiful teamwork down there by the
Good form on the
Panthers.
layup.
Vikings will inbound,
Ebony
looking for someone.
can't get it in. That's 5. That's tough.
I always thought as, I don't know why, but in 8th grade, Coach Anoka would always have me inbound the ball, and I hated inbounding the ball against the full court press because I always felt nervous and rushed to throw away that ball, and I usually made an ill-advised pass, and it wasn't a good time.
Never worked out.
Never
in
worked
their
out.
favor.
2 ball by Kleiman.
That was a deep one.
Vikings are now down by 4, and Abby finds a wide open Rebecca Rogers.
Rogers running. Finds Miller. She's going to put up the 3. That's off the mark.
Got him at a big 3 right there for the Vikings.
Joni Miller's been struggling to find her shot recently. Eibel's running.
Sanders again for 2.
Off the mark. Easy rebound for Kopke. Vikings looking to get something going in the next minute 30 before the half.
Still down by 4.
Becker Rogers gets a handle on it. Ebony, good finish.
Great
That's
finish.
textbook.
Way to use the glass. You're down low. You got to turn around and just put it off right into that little white square, and
2
Ebony did
hands.
exactly that.
Going up strong.
Great shot.
Eibel's going to get fouled.
I don't know. Will it be on?
She got swarmed.
It'll be on number 22, Ebony Young.
Ebony.
That'll be her first foul of the night, and the Vikings now have 4 fouls compared to the Panthers' 6.
Panthers got up to their 6 fouls and have not fouled since, obviously. They did a great job
Right.
recognizing how close they were to the bonus and have just started playing smarter.
Kellogg inbounding.
Finds Fortis. Kleiman, I believe.
Yeah, it is Clement. Kellogg again for 2.
Pushes it. Ebony to Kopke. Kopke to Miller. Miller finds Susie. Susie with the
Little wraparound shot. Doesn't
under
quite get
wraparound.
it.
Great hustle. She's going to get fallen on. Wow.
Give her baseline.
Clement's
By
gonna
Kleiman.
She's
Kleiman's
not
throwing bows.
There's a little pushing going on after the play by both Manuel and Kleiman, but Kleiman will be called for the foul, and that'll be DeWitt's seventh foul. Manuel will be going to the line. Checking in for the Panthers, number 22, Jessica Hodges. I don't believe we've seen her yet today.
So we'll see what Susie can do from the line for the Vikings. Try to cut into this small 2-point lead for the Panthers. First shot.
Doesn't quite get it.
Miller, tough rebound. Great job. Finds Rogers. Rogers finds Kopke.
I think with 45 seconds left, I think it's a little too much time to play for one shot. I think they just need to try and get a basket here real quick and hopefully get a stop on defense.
Foul on Kellogg. The DeWitt coach looking for the 5-second call. I like the no call.
That was a good call. She was moving around. She was cutting back and forth.
For sure.
That'll be Kellogg's second foul, and DeWitt now has 18 fouls, and checking into the game will be number 30, Taylor Sanders, trying to make sure that Kellogg doesn't, draw another foul before the half ends. I mean, you can only have 5 fouls until you're out of the game. It's a smart move by head coach.
I don't know. I was commentating a game a couple weeks ago, and someone in a girls' game had 6 fouls.
Oh, maybe it is 6.
No, it's 5.
It's
6 in the NBA.
Yeah, oh, that's
5 in high school.
That's
and,
weird.
She had 6 fouls. I was counting. I don't know if the refs were, but I was counting, and it was 6.
Maybe you should be over there by the fluorescent orange light counting fouls.
Kopke cuts the lead to 1. Can tie it with this one.
Doesn't get it, but Ebony.
Short. Young with the tough rebound.
Almost puts it back. Not quite, though.
Fortis finds herself in trouble. Eibel's going to step out and get it. We're under 30 seconds.
Has it still down by 1, 15-14. I think DeWitt might play for one shot
They're
with
holding it for one shot.
with only 15 seconds left. You kind of have to.
Eibel guarded tight by Susie. Fortis.
3 seconds on the clock. Eibel.
2, 1. They're not going to get a shot off.
And the Vikings will still only be down by 1, 15-14. Great defensive stop by the Vikings. Ebony Young getting into the face right there of Eibel towards the end of the half, and they'll go into the locker room only down by 1. And as we were talking about, and I'll say it again, it's a game of runs. I mean, you can't really get too caught up on that, but has it still only down by 1 point, and we're gonna take a break here. With the score, Hazlitt 14, trailing the DeWitt Panthers, who have 15 points. We'll see you after the half.
You guys are? Great. How's it going? How we doing? You don't look happy. Huh? Yeah?
Welcome back after the first half action with the Vikings still trailing 15-14 coming into the second half. What do you look for, Danny?
Well, first of all, the Vikings on offense have not had a consistent threat. I mean, Joni Miller's got 4 points from the charity stripe. Just they don't look very comfortable in their sets. They don't have a lot of connection going on. They need to work on slowing down the Panthers' transition game, for sure.
Especially limiting down the amount of points they're giving up on runs like that 4-hour run towards the end of the half. And Palmer.
And rebounds, obviously, a factor. So we're underway here in the second half. DeWitt's going to start out the half with the ball. There's a long 2 from the Panthers. And we'll get this music turned off for you guys as soon as we can at home. Kopke looking to break the press.
Does a pretty good job right there, and now she's going to have to look for someone.
Has to pick up a dribble, needs some help. Throws a tough pass. Coach Beebe's not too happy with it.
I mean, I think the reason why he's unhappy is because, I mean, she went to half court and she kind of stopped and turned around. I think she needs to just keep going past half court and then look for a pass.
Keep her dribble going, for sure. Rogers defending tight on the perimeter. And Susie can't get a hold of it.
Rebound.
Offensive rebound from Eibel. He's going to drop.
Those offensive rebounds are going to kill the Vikings all night if they keep giving them up. I don't know exactly what happened. I believe there will be a foul on Kopke. That'll be her second foul of the night. A little bit under 7 minutes to go, and the Vikings find themselves trailing. The Panthers have come out quickly, scoring 4 points in about a minute, extending the lead to 19-14.
So not really what the Vikings were looking for. Start off this second half, falling behind a little bit again.
And the Vikings will have another foul committed on them. I believe number 24, Susie Emanuel, will have that foul. Eibel up top. She's getting tripped up a little bit. Pass it up, and they'll call another foul on Susie Emanuel. No, that'll be on Ebony Young. That'll be her second. Vikings already have 3 fouls in just a minute and a half. Less than a minute and a half, they already have 3 fouls in this third quarter, which isn't a good thing to start off with.
Oh, great drive.
Waltz with a shot.
Wow, that was beautiful. Anna Waltz with the crossover.
That was a wonderful way to put it off the glass right there.
Kopke
Goes over the head of Young.
still having trouble with the press break.
I think the problem right now for the Vikings is, I mean, as you saw, Kopke is the only one behind half court trying to break the press, and then Young tries to come up and help her out a little bit, but I think they, with DeWitt's press, they need more than 2 people, or if that more than 1 person behind half court trying to break that press for him. I think Coach Beebe will coach him a little bit, maybe get in their face a little bit about what just happened. I mean, the Panthers have jumped out. They're on a 6-0 run right now in the third quarter alone, and they have a 7-point lead. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Vikings need to get some. Their offense is just really struggling. I mean, it's been a consistent problem all year long. And the Panthers, with their tough full court press, is just giving them a lot of trouble.
This is your access station. Tell us what you like to watch, and we will do our best to show you just that. Why don't you log on to our website at www.hazlitt.k12.mi.us/vision22. Click on the station request and tell us what you think.
Tell us what you want to see, folks.
Wherever you want to see, we'll shoot. I mean,
we'll play it for you.
we have the people. We have the equipment.
We got it all here at the Vision. We really do. We're pretty spoiled.
We're basically Hollywood equipment.
Hollywood's little brother.
Yeah, we're Hollywood's little brother, I guess you
Here
could
in
say. Vision
Hazlitt.
22 is Hollywood's little brother.
I don't know, though. We're growing up pretty fast.
It's true. Time's the flying.
Manuel with the tough D on Eibel still.
Nice 3-point shot. Look by Waltz again.
That's going to go off the Vikings and
Come on now.
out of bounds.
Go all the way now. Go all the way.
DeWitt's going to inbound under the hoop.
Palmer
Having a tough time finding someone open. Great job by Eibel. Getting open.
Just misses. Young coming down, bows flying, getting the rebound. Rogers will dribble up court, and she'll look for an open kind of stumbles with the ball.
Rogers finds Manuel.
Just being trapped again. Kellogg playing tough D.
Manuel to Rogers to Miller. Miller shot off the mark. I'm really looking for Miller.
Palmer to Kellogg. Great pass, but just misses. That'll be a foul.
Three, go up strong.
That'll be 2 shots.
You're on that
foul on number 5, Joni Miller, and Allison Waldron will be checking into the game after this first free throw attempt by Kellogg. Kellogg trying to extend the Panthers' 21-14 lead. Here's their first shot. And it's off, and it is good. 22-14 now, Panthers, and coming into the game will be number 3, Alicia Foran, and number 32, Allison Waldron. Checking out will be Tiffany Farragon and Susie Manuel.
Come on, Brady, it's all you, baby. Here we go.
Kellogg going for her second free throw attempt, trying to go 2 for 2 from the line right here.
Second shot coming at you.
Just
rolls
out.
it around. Walls.
Yeah, baby, it's 2.
Anna Walls is presenting a large problem for the Vikings. She's all over the place.
She's really been hustling. I mean, she had that nice layup where she kind of just hooked it around and bounced it off the glass. She's doing a great job tonight, and now she'll go to the free throw line. And again, Panthers have another free look at a couple more points, trying to, again, extend their lead. 8-point lead right now, and here's Waltz's first free throw attempt. It'll be good. 23-14 now, Panthers lead. Second shot coming your way. Waltz puts it up, and it'll be good. Now 24-14, Panthers with a 10-point lead. They're on a 9-0 run in the third quarter. Vikings haven't done anything offensively, or even defensively for that matter, and Foran's going to get trapped right here over by our table.
Great press break there, and Waldron's going to lose it out of bounds. The Vikings just really struggling to get anything going right now. They now trail by 10 with 5 minutes to play here in the third.
A nice little crossover down low and gives it off to Kellogg. And one.
I don't know if DeWitt just came out slow in the first half or Hazlitt came out big or what's going on, but all of a sudden they just turned it on. And it's not looking so hot for the Vikings right now as they are now down by 12.
Kellogg again going to the line, and Ebony picked up her third foul right there after she hit Kellogg a little bit.
Caitlin Haas, the senior captain, checking into the game for the first time tonight.
I'm surprised as to why she came in so late.
Not really sure why it's taken so long.
I mean, Caitlin, she's physical and she hustles all the time, so I think that
She brings a lot of leadership to the floor.
hopefully she can bring the Vikings back into this game. They're now in a 13-point hole, and let's see if they can dig themselves out of it.
They got the ability. It's going to take a little bigger run than normal, though. Kopke with the long 2.
Got it. Cutting into the lead now. Vikings only down by 11, 27-16. Just over 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. I think we might see a little spurt going on by the Vikings right here. See if they can come back into the
Hopefully
game.
they can get it going. They need to really lock down on defense.
Oh, that's Waltz on the wing. Kind of look alike.
Fordice. I wonder how you say her name.
Fortis? I would say Fortis.
Eibel.
Crossover, almost. Nice little pickpocket move right there by Kopke.
Kopke keeping the pressure on.
Screaming out signals.
Rakowitz stuck out of the post on Fortis. To Walls in the corner.
Defense on this possession has been doing a really good job of slowing down the Panthers. Eibel hasn't had any good looks inside, and they haven't gotten any shots off. And Waltz now will drive it for a layup.
Take.
Rebounded by Kopke. Stolen away, though, by Fortis.
Fortis is going to end up with it. That's just tough. Kellogg to Fortis. To Eibel.
Shot.
Waltz. Three's off the mark. Foran, great rebound.
And a blocking call on Fortis.
Vikings got bailed out right there. Foran was dribbling into a
Trap.
bad area.
That'll be Fortis' second foul, and checking in for the Vikings will be number 20, Chelsea Sperry. Number 42.
For the Panthers, that is.
For the Panthers,
Sorry.
I say Vikings?
Yeah.
For the Panthers. Number 42, Sarah Kleiman, and number 30, Taylor Sanders.
Going with the their change it up thing again.
Miller breaking the press, running.
Miller, great job. Feeling the pressure. Good switch to Foran for 3.
Just missed.
Can't quite connect. And Eibel just loves to push. Good dish.
Rakowitz with a big rebound down low. Almost got stolen from behind by Palmer.
Great job by the parents to alert Joni that she was getting pressured.
If it wasn't for
Haas.
the parents, that might have been stolen away.
To Foreign. To Miller. Brianna Rakowitz with the turnaround, Jerry.
Yeah, a little turnaround, Jerry there. Cut into the lead, now 27-18 Panthers, just over 2.5 to go.
Back under 10, so that's good. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter, though. Vikings can hopefully keep this this great defense up.
Have a little life going. Another rebound, big rebound by Caitlin Haas, and she's...
Haas gets it out to Foreign. To Kopke. Kopke's running. Oh, Haas can't get a hold of it. Rakowitz finds it. Foreign, excuse me, drives.
And one.
The reverse layup and one.
Here come the Vikings. Again, another run by the Vikings. They're now on a 6-0 run. Foreign will go to the line trying to add another one, cutting into the Panthers' lead. Here's a replay of Brandon Rakowitz's turnaround jumper. Floats it over in there. And it goes in. Panthers now will take a timeout. Try to figure what the Vikings are doing differently now. They've been doing a pretty good job lately in this late third quarter of breaking the press.
They're getting things figured out. Good job by Coach Beebe to make the necessary adjustments. Get the right people on the floor to get that going.
I mean, especially with Caitlin Haas. I mean, yeah, you said she has great leadership and she's tall, so she can pull down the rebounds. Haas, you know, she's standing in at 5 foot 10 inches, and she's one of the tallest girls on the team. And I think that that presence down low, her and Waldron, right?
And Rakowitz.
And Rakowitz. I meant Rakowitz, not Waldron, but yeah, with Rakowitz in there too. I mean, they can pull down some rebounds. They're both tall and they can shoot over people. So I think he does have the right personnel on right now to hopefully start a comeback. And they've already started it right now. They're on a 6-0 run, and Foreign's gonna take a free throw attempt.
See if she can cut the lead to 6. Can't. Haas, tough rebound. Great
Got it.
job with the putback.
As you said earlier, before the game started, offensive rebounds might be the key to this game, and right there, Haas proved that it very well could be the key to the game.
The lead is 5. The gym is picking up some energy. The Vikings picking up some energy. Good things are happening, Rye.
Eibel and the Panthers, look, they cannot stop it. And it almost was a walk by Kleiman.
Foreign defending in the post. The Vikings they do that a lot. Throw away those rebounds. That's a travel.
And they were not going to call it. They're going to, number 24 for the Panthers, Erin Winkler, is just going to throw it off of Haas. And looked like she picked up her pivot foot down there, did something weird with her feet. Referees didn't agree, and then just called it off Haas, and it'll be Panther ball down low, and Taylor Sanders will be passing the ball in.
Deep inbounds to Walls.
Playing it safe, not trying to force anything in that might be stolen away.
Sanders to Walls. To Kellogg.
A little miscommunication right there.
Haas, tough D. Kopke's got it. Kopke's running. She's got pressure from all over the place. That's going to be a foul on Kellogg. On the back of Kopke.
At first.
Good steal by Cassie right there.
That'll be Kellogg's third, and I mean, the Vikings came out, and they came out with 6 fouls in the third quarter. Now the Panthers are raking in a couple of fouls of their own. They now have 3 in this half.
Haas to inbound for the Vikings. It's Kopke. The Panthers backing off a little bit on the pressure. A 3-pointer would be huge right here for the Vikings. Get them right back into this game.
That would really bring back the intensity, especially in this gym. And Foreign not going to take the 3.
Miller gets it up top. Waiting for people to clear. Kopke gets it. Finds Foreign. Foreign looks to spot up. Not going to launch it, though.
Way to not force
Finds
that
Haas.
shot.
Haas doesn't have a dribble. Good job by Foreign to come back out.
We're under a minute in this third quarter.
Haas to Miller. To Kopke. Under a minute.
Kopke's looking for a play to develop right here.
Not forcing anything. Rakowitz gets it into Miller. Great job.
That was an excellent pass by Rakowitz, just to float it over. And as we said earlier, that's one of the toughest passes to make in basketball, and Rakowitz did it right there.
Racklett's going to get called for the foul.
Get down the floor, Sammy.
Samantha Fortis will go to the line shooting 2. I believe that'll be Rackwitz's first foul of the night. Of course, that is Hazlitt's 7th foul, though, so DeWitt is now in the bonus.
Free throws coming to you.
Misses the
Free
first.
throws off the mark. That's good.
I mean, the another key to this game besides the offensive rebounds, and here we got a replay coming up for you right here. We'll show you.
Rackwitz into Miller.
That was a beautiful pass, and Eibel just
Could have been an and one.
Yeah, Eibel just didn't know. Where it
Second
was
free
going.
throw is going to fall for Fortis.
I think free throws the game actually might come down to free throws for both teams. I mean, they both missed a couple, made a couple, so I think that one of the big factors.
And with the Panthers this close to the bonus and being in the lead,
Right.
Hazlitt might have to start fouling, not anytime soon, but later in the fourth quarter. And they don't have any fouls to give, unfortunately. So,
Of course, that could play into, stolen away by Palmer. Great steal. And she'll just go in for the easy layup. 30-24 in favor of the Panthers now.
tough break there for the Vikings. Foreign, pressured.
Ford dribbling off a foot of Palmer, and she's going to give it off.
Fortis. Haas working for the rebound. Pulls it away. That's the end of the quarter. Great job on defense by Caitlin Haas there.
That was a really good way to grab down the rebound. There's a little confusion right now. The foul will be on number 40, Anna Waltz.
Call it the first time, Marty. Call it the first time.
So at the end of the third, the lead is 6 for the Panthers.
30-24. I mean, it's been a pretty good game so far. We've seen the game go back and forth, and going back to the free throws, I think that even though Hazlitt does have 7 fouls right now in the game, that could play into their hands because then they won't have to waste time trying to get up to those 7 fouls, and then that could play into their hands. Right here, as you see, are you interested in TV production? You can always volunteer with the Vision. I mean, no experience is even required. You can just call Brian Town, who's the station manager, at 517-339-7358, and he can get you hooked up, start working with
He'll
him.
hook you up for sure.
Especially, it's a really good idea. I mean, get started early, then you can go into the TV media issues class in high school, and then you can work your way on right up into TV production. A couple people have actually done that, and they've really worked their way up in the ranks on that TV class.
TV production's a lot of fun. It's very Brian Town's an amazing teacher. He really gives you a different perspective of not only your typical TV production, but also issues in the media and things like that. So it's a really interesting, fun class, a lot of fun.
And the good thing about Town is he's really a big kid. I mean, he's really fun to hang out with.
It's a lot of fun.
I mean, sometimes it's fun to hang out with him, but at the same time, he brings a serious atmosphere to the class, and he really wants to
He has
get the
high
job done.
expectations, but
Right.
he's a very fun guy.
Right.
Easy to work hard for.
He's a good guy to be around.
So, underway here in the fourth quarter.
Has it down by 6.
Vikings start off the quarter with the ball. Miller's inside. Tough shot. Can't get it to fall.
I'll take the 2 free throws, though. It'd have been nice if it fell for her, but we'll take the 2 free throws right now, down by 6.
No doubt.
That will be Eibel's second foul, and Panthers are picking up some fouls of their own. I mean, they've had a couple straight fouls. They now have 6, and Hazlitt's just 1 foul away from the bonus.
So that's good. Miller, first free throw. Money in the bank.
I think she's only missed 1 free throw on the whole night. She's been doing pretty good so far.
Definitely.
Hazlitt will drop Kopke and Rogers back in case rebound and a deep throw by the Panthers.
Long pass. Coach Bibito doesn't want any more easy points for the Panthers. Whoa. Interesting inbounds.
Little loft.
And
Number 34, Rachel Crowley will be dribbling up right there now. Fortis up top.
three-pointer
Crowley misses.
off the mark. Offensive rebound.
Taylor Sanders with that offensive rebound again. Offensive rebounds are going to kill the Vikings tonight if they keep on
Ebony's
allowing
going
them.
to dribble. Right past Fortis. She's really fast. Oh.
Great layup. Almost goes in.
Oh, man. Eibel looking for the charge, and Ebony just steps right across her.
That was a great look at the basket, though, either way.
That was a carry. Ref didn't call it. Tough shot, off the mark. Great rebound, Miller.
I like for the Vikings just to slow it down right now. They have plenty of time. Over 6.5 minutes left, and they're only down by 6. They've really fought back into this game at one point. They were down by 13.
3. They were down by 3, I think. 27-24
Oh, right.
was the closest we've had in a while.
But they were down 27-14 at one point. They really fought their way back in. Almost stolen away.
Miller, that's a foul. I don't like that, man.
Kind of looked like she reached
Goes
out a little
all
bit, but
arm.
it'll be jump ball, and it'll be Panther ball. Checking back into the game will be Sarah Kleiman and Kellogg, bringing a little bit of height back into the game to match up with
Height and the physical don't mess with me attitude.
I mean, it has Young and Haas and Miller, and Miller's pretty tall. She can be a guard, but she's pretty tall.
Miller's very strong, too.
They're bringing a couple players in so they can match up on them a little better.
DeWitt taking their time.
Give me a traveling
violation.
Picked up her foot as she was passing the ball. It was a good call by the referee over there to see what was going on.
Haas inbounds to Rogers. DeWitt clearing the floor. Rogers running. Gonna pull it out.
Hey, there we are, Danny. Right over.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danny in the
Oh,
white.
we missed the basket
That's
because we
right.
were on TV.
Sorry,
That's
everyone
all right.
at home. I don't even know who scored. We were
Me neither.
looking at the camera.
That's all right.
The lead is 4, though. That's what's important.
32-28.
Tough
Eibel
D in the corner.
looking for the 3-ball.
Eibel, good form on that shot.
That would have been big if she hit that 3-pointer right there, but instead it just goes out and loose ball on the floor.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Ball's all over the place.
These Panthers are quick.
They really are. And there'll be a foul on Rogers. I think she might have gotten ball in there, but the refs, they're closer to the action than they see otherwise. That's a fine call.
Or they don't see at all sometimes.
32-28, Panthers favor, and Palmer will be going to the line shooting 2.
5.5 on the clock. First free throw
That'll
off the mark.
That'll be Rogers' second foul on the night. Vikings' 8th foul.
The Manuel sisters in.
Here's a replay of that last foul.
Great bounce pass from Eibel.
Let's
Drew on
see.
the defense.
Well, she
Rogers.
had a little bit of skin in there, I guess.
Well, I think it was the fact that she brought her hand down
Right.
on the block. I used to do that a lot.
Back in our middle school days, you did. Yeah, those are the good old days.
Coach Hunt never approved.
Sarge, as we like to call him. But yeah,
Kopke's running. Oh, you can't do that.
BB doesn't look too happy with that.
Kopke's really struggling with the press tonight.
That's just a mental mistake. I mean, everyone's going to make a mistake like that every now and then. Sadly, it's in a game like this with the amount of time they have left and they're down by 4. Hopefully they can turn that into a little motivation to come back into this game.
Great drive and dish from Eibel. She's a playmaker. She creates a lot for her teammates.
And she not only looks for shots for herself, she definitely tries to get the whole team involved throughout the game.
Sure.
Everyone involved. Even if, I mean, you can be the 12th girl on the bench and she's trying to get you involved. Steal again by Eibel. Great pass.
Dish to Kellogg. Off the mark. Miller, they're going to call that a foul. Brought the hand down again.
Refs really stress on that. I mean, if you go hand straight up with a block, which is what they teach you usually won't get called for the foul. But in a situation like that, if you bring the hand down, referees will usually catch you for making contact. Palmer for shooting a first free throw and swishes it.
The lead is 5.
Coming into the game for the Vikings is Rebecca Rogers checking back in for Susie, and
As you can see, that was a pretty obvious foul.
of course.
Easy one to call, no doubt. Free throw coming at you.
Palmer's got
That
it.
one's in.
Checking in.
That's clutch.
That is a really good free throw. Now extending the lead to 6, and Palmer will come out, and coming in will be number 32, Samantha Fortis, for the Panthers. Palmer will take a breather. She's really not like a girl who will score about 20 points a game, but Palmer has really been hustling this entire game, and she's been doing a really good job of staying focused and staying on task. And she's just been doing a great job all around tonight. Offensive and defensive side of the ball.
DeWitt's flying around on defense right now. It's giving the Vikings a lot of problems. Even with their
Stolen.
lead, it's
They're just throwing bad passes. They're trying to force too many things in there. They're trying to work too hard to come back. They just need to let it naturally flow.
Eibel. DeWitt's got some of their, you could say, better players in the game, at least on the night. Ebony's running. She's got no one in front of her. Good finish.
Easy 2 points for Ebony Young.
She's really fast, Ebony
And
is.
especially for her size. I mean,
If she gets out ahead of you, you're not going to catch her.
that's a great mixture and to have. Cutting the lead 34-30. Panthers still have the lead. Looking for some type of opening. I don't think they'll try to force any shots or any passes right now. They might just play a slow game.
No, they're for sure going to hold the ball
Yeah.
as long as they can.
Hopefully Hazard defender can step in the way of a pass and make a steal. There's one of those.
That's off
A
DeWitt.
lucky break for the Vikings.
Good pressure, though. That comes from forcing the crisp passes, and sometimes they get away from you.
Haas will check into the game, and Ebony will stay in, but Sammy Manuel will check out of the game. And into the game for the Panthers is Taylor Sanders, number 30. She's been getting some playing time tonight. Haas with the inbound. Closely guarded by Palmer is Kopke, as you see.
Miller on the wing, right in front of the Viking bench.
Bad. She tried to force that one in the middle, trying to get an easy 2 buckets, but Eibel will just slow things down.
Kopke trying to make a play.
I think right now the Vikings have to bring a little more pressure. I think that they're pressure Eibel a little bit more on the top, and Keller will drive in looking for 2. She'll draw a foul from Miller. That'll be the Vikings' 10th foul on the night, and they'll again go to the line trying to extend their lead, and that'll be Miller's 3rd.
We're under 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. The lead is 4.
Keller is shooting a free throw, trying to sink it and extend the lead.
Kind of got bailed out on that drive. She didn't have a very good shot.
Miller just stuck her hand out trying to maybe steal the ball, but she went up. And here's a replay of Ebony's steal. Kleinman just looking for a pass and tries to throw it, and Ebony makes a big step up and
heads the other way for the layup.
Too. Second free throw is no good again. Ebony with a big rebound.
She's an animal.
She should have been working hard down low to get all those boards. I don't know how many she's had, but she's definitely been stacking them up.
Haas.
Great pass by Kopke.
Foreign, good job stepping out to open up there. Timeout for the Vikings.
BB's going to call a timeout, try to get his team together and see if they can come up with a game plan to try and come back with that 3 minutes left. They're down by 4. It's plenty of time to come back, especially with 4 points. I mean, you can think you can think of what the Panthers did the first couple of minutes in the 3rd quarter and how many points they scored. So hopefully the Vikings can do a little of what they did.
Get another run going.
Again. So what would you do right now what do you tell your players right now if you're Tim Beebe?
What's going on in that huddle?
Haunting a Village Square and it's free.
That sounds fun. The Village Square at the corner of Marsh and Hazlitt Roads. The annual Halloween, come get your pants scared off. From Friday to Monday, October 27th through the 31st.
I've actually never attended that. Actually, I haven't gone to a haunted house in a while. I heard I can't remember what it's called. It's in Lansing. It's the Phantasmagoria.
Ooh,
long name.
That sounds scary.
Doesn't that sound a little scary? Yeah. I think that's what it's called, but I kind of want to go to that. But yeah, I should definitely check out the haunting at the Village Square this year. We should go check that out sometime. You and me.
No doubt.
Maybe take the.
It's local.
It's local, yeah.
And it's free. Why not?
You got to support whatever goes on local, even if it is free. Maybe they can let us make like a $2 donation, which
I would donate.
I'd donate.
Maybe we'll give them a pumpkin.
We can carve it for them and everything.
In the Halloween mood, give them a pumpkin.
Young up
a
top.
big one. Haas gets it into Miller. Miller looks for the turnaround, kicks out to Ebony. Foreign's open in the corner, not gonna shoot it.
I think one thing that Foreign will learn as she gets older is she'll be more comfortable shooting the ball, I think. I mean, she's had a couple open looks where she's not taking shots tonight. And I think as
Little timid as a freshman.
right, as her years progress along, I think she'll definitely start taking those kinds of shots, and she knows that she can get them. And that'll be a foul on
Taylor Sanders.
Taylor Sanders, that'll
giving Ebony the
little shove right
something. I don't know. Ebony went flying. That's all I know.
That'll be Sanders' first foul, and Ebony will go to the line shooting 2.
The important thing about
1-1.
that is it puts the Vikings in the 1-1 though. So
hopefully Ebony can sink this first one right here.
we're under 3:30 to play now in the game. The lead is 4. Haven't seen a lot of in-game scoring from Joni Miller. She's been knocking down her free throws,
Which has definitely contributed to
which
the
has
team.
contributed, but she, as of late, teams, I don't know if people are defending her better or what's going on,
I
but
think probably, I mean, last year she had a huge year last year. I think teams are probably scheming for her more. I mean, that often happens in high school sports. If you have a really good year one year, maybe the next year you won't do as, you'll still do good the next year, but you won't do as good because teams start scheming for you, which actually gives other players the opportunity to really step up. Excuse me, and we've seen a couple of Viking players do that tonight. Rebecca Rogers checking back into the game, and Alicia Foreign will go take a seat on the bench and grab some water.
Coach Beebe getting some of the more experienced players into the game.
I think that's a really good idea. I mean, they'll stay composed, and I don't think they'll make any mistakes from here on out. A little over 2 minutes. Still down by 4.
Keeping herself out of trouble, keeping the dribble going. Kopke to Miller. Miller to Ebony. She's going to reel that one in. Miller's driving. Pulls up. Pushes it.
I was going
Eyeball.
to throw a deep pass.
Great
And it's
pass.
made. Bucket by Taylor Sanders, and
The lead is 6 now.
just over a minute and a half
30.
left. I think the Vikings now have to try and do a couple quick scores. That's a great pass by Kopke down low, and
Kopke to
Ebony will
Young.
take it back in for 2. Little under a minute and a half left, and the Vikings are down by 4. We got
Here
a pretty,
we go, Rye.
pretty
Crunch
exciting
time.
game. Brandel kind of reminds me of the JV basketball game we commentated for last year. And Chris Murray knocked down the game-winning triple with about 3
that was
seconds. But
awesome.
that was intense. That was one of the best JV games I've ever seen, and
Oh,
almost could have been a bad pass, but luckily that a couple Panthers there.
parents getting into it. Crowd's getting into it.
Now the game's getting intense.
Fortis.
This is what we live for.
Eibel. Timeout, DeWitt. Great defensive pressure from the Vikings. And we're under a minute. 50.7 seconds the clock reads.
Hazlitt stood up by 4, and DeWitt has the ball. I think you really have to bring some pressure on the inbound pass for sure. I don't think they should. I don't think they should put a defender on the inbound passer. I think they should just play 5 on the court, and I think they should just try to force a bad pass
bad
or maybe
pass.
even a 5-second.
Definitely. They got a shot of the 2 huddles. DeWitt probably keeping the ball in Eibel's hand as much as possible. She's the playmaker. She's the clutch.
She's definitely the best
Senior
ball
leader.
handler. Right.
Probably a pretty good free throw shooter.
She's the most experience with these types of situations, and I think in this situation, if Hazlitt does start to foul, they'll probably foul Eibel, which you have to do. You have to keep the ball in her hands if you're DeWitt head coach Bill McCullen.
Oh.
Looks like we have a.
Kopke's down. She's hurt.
I think she got tangled up right there. I don't know.
She's holding her knee. She
don't
doesn't
know.
look good. Coach Beebe checking on her. She's gonna walk off.
She's
in pain.
She'll be. I think she'll be okay. It looks to me maybe a cramp or a stinger. I think she'll be okay. She's a champion, but I think she got tangled up over here with someone. Refs didn't see it. Ref was looking the other way. I think if the refs did look over there, I think they would probably have called something. But Alicia Foreign will check in now for Kopke, and let's see how the freshman can do under this composure. Almost
Ebony.
stolen away by
Almost
Ebony.
gets a steal. And Eibel's gonna end up with it. Foul.
I think now the Vikings have to start fouling, and I think Kellogg's a good player to foul.
For sure.
I mean, she hasn't been excellent. She made a couple free throws, but she hasn't been excellent from the charity stripe.
Good
tonight.
sportsmanship from Joni Miller after the foul, the intentional foul, making sure It's nothing personal. Just trying to
You know,
get the ball, stop the clock.
Everyone's got to do it,
for sure.
especially when you're down by 4 with 40 seconds left. And here's Kellogg's first shot, and it's up, and it is
Looks
no good.
off. That's good.
It's good for the Vikings.
2 possession game still.
Farragut will check into the game for Susie Manuel.
Make sure it's clean on the board.
Second one on the way. DeWitt making some substitutions. Anna Walls checking out. DeWitt's going to put some ball handlers in the game, Eibel and Palmer.
Brianna has been a pretty good presence the whole game so far. And here's
Yeah,
her.
definitely. Second one, pushed it.
Miller
Miller,
with the
good rebound.
40 seconds left, good out to Foreign.
Foreign.
She could have looked up and found a wide. Farragut's still
Farragut.
wide open.
Oh, tough pass.
Great.
Good job.
And she'll get the and one.
Ebony Young.
That was a great. First off, the whole key
catch.
to that play was the catch. Nobody on that Viking team, I think, besides Ebony Young, could have made that.
Yeah, that
type
was
of
very
catch.
athletic play.
It was a fingertip grab, and then she pulled it down and did a little pump fake.
Waits for the contact.
Get the defender to jump and just went up for the 2 and drew the foul. So
The lead is 2.
do you tell Ebony to miss this one and hope for a rebound, or do you just tell her to make? I mean, you have 30 seconds left.
Make it.
I
make
agree.
it. For sure, make it. Because that puts the pressure on the shooter.
And Ebony drains it. 36-35.
Quick foul. Fair again.
Refs aren't going to
They're
call the
not.
foul. I wouldn't foul. I wouldn't
Eibel.
try to foul Eibel, but you have to.
Pretty
20 seconds
elusive.
left. Now you foul.
Yep. Rogers. Good job waiting to get it out of Eibel's hands. I mean, you lose a lot of time on the clock, but I like it.
Yeah. I
At
mean,
least
there's
Eibel's
still
not
20 seconds is plenty of time to do something with the ball, and Sanders will go to the line. I don't think we've seen her shooting any
Sanders
free
is a
throws
sophomore.
tonight.
Let's see how she steps up. With
12.
The game on the line.
Number 12, Rebecca Rogers has 3 fouls on the day.
Foul's probably not so much of an issue this late in the game.
Right. Especially because everyone will try to be fouling anyway,
Right.
because trying to get back into the game. But Sanders misses her first shot, and the Vikings still only down by 1 with Kopke checking back in. Knew she'd be okay. Farragut coming out.
That's good to see. She's all right. Probably just got a Charlie horse or something on the knee.
Especially in a big game like this. I mean, you kind of have to just go back to the bench, maybe stretch it out a little bit, and hopefully quickly come back in.
Regain your composure. Free throw. Miller finds Rogers. Timeout. Vikings.
I don't know if they were on the run right there. I don't know if I was Coach Beebe, if I would have taken that timeout, but
I like it. Whatever. He's an experienced coach. He knows what's going on.
his decision. That's fair.
16.2 seconds left. The lead is 1. This is awesome, man.
This is
awesome.
This is just one of the better games that we have
Commentated together, for sure.
Especially this is my first girls basketball game. It's a pretty exciting one. 36-35, 16.2 seconds left, and
I think the crowd needs to get going.
yeah, I think
for the
it'll
Vikings.
be a dramatic finish. And if you're Coach Beebe, who do you set up a play for? I think they should just settle for 2, and I think they should go down
Ebony.
to Ebony.
Ebony
Agreed.
Young, she's got it going tonight, folks.
And I think even if she gets it down low, and she does a pump fake, I think she can draw some
She can
defenders
draw
to
the
jump.
foul. She can jump higher than most girls.
Yeah, and she can.
She's quicker. She's more explosive. She can make the play.
My prediction. I got the Morey prediction right. I said he'd hit the game-winning 3-pointer. I think they should give it down to Young. I think she draws a foul and gets the and one. Vikings win 38. Vikings win 38-36.
Ooh, right. Going big. The end 1 to win the game. Why not? DeWitt going with the full court pressure. Miller steps back. Rogers.
10
stepping
seconds
her
on
up.
the clock. This will be a big one.
They look pretty composed. Rogers finds herself trapped. Miller finds Foreign. Foreign shot up, off the mark. Oh, man.
Ebony almost got the rebound and put it back in, but Panthers will come away with a 1-point victory, 36-35, and I don't know if that's exactly what Coach Peavy wanted the play to be.
Maybe not the best execution on that last
but still,
play.
nonetheless, great heart and by both teams. Great game to be played. 36-35 would be the final score here from the Viking Dome. I think I'd give the player of the game. I'd definitely give the Old Spice player of the game to Ebony Young tonight. She really stepped up offensively, defensively on the boards.
She was all over the place. For sure, Ebony Young
It was a great game.
making the difference for the Vikings. Just can't pull through in the end. So your final score, DeWitt 36, Hazlet Vikings 35. I'm Danny Gallagher.
I'm Ryan Hunt. You guys have a great night at home, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Stay tuned into the Viking Vision.